who will come together and talk about how they just run through your boundaries. They may not do it directly, but indirectly, they're basically saying in their conversations how they can just hit you up and, you be talking about all the stuff you be doing, but every time I hit them up, like, you be free. I don't know what's going on. You're always available. So, shoot, of course I don't give them no heads up. He usually available. They ain't doing nothing, right? That's what they figure. You ain't doing nothing. So that's how they treat it. And now you mad when they talk about you and everybody start treating you that way, right? They talking about what will last and won't last because that's what you give people room to do when you don't set up boundaries. You mad that they celebrating somebody else's achievement and it's minor and you got a major one, and maybe you babysit their kids and you knowing that you done all these things for them. You done helped them move multiple times. You done, you know what I'm saying? They don't even like their own kids, but you see them messing around helping somebody they just met at their job by watching their kid, and you're like, dang, but that's crazy. I just asked them to look at, I just asked them to watch my son while I go to the corner store or something, and it's like, nah, man, you gotta take them with you. I'm just speaking in illustrations, right? To make a point. Borders are the riverbanks of our lives. Don't you think for a second you don't need them. These are the things that are directing our energy towards meaningful goals and protecting us from unnecessary distractions. King of being distracted. I knew what was going on. That was my old. That's not something I'm claiming now, but I'm just telling you, I knew I was easily distracted. Dealing with that ADHD as a kid, got to be doing something. Got to be doing something. Got to be doing something. And when you got to be doing something, it don't just stop when you, let me, this is an important lesson. I got to be still and focus solely on this. No, I got to be picking my nails while you talking. I got to be doing more than one thing. How could you ever really lock in on something? And then it don't make it no better when you got different gifts or talents, because now it's like, well, when I'm not writing, I could be playing basketball. When I'm not playing basketball, I could be drawing, or I could be, working on my acting, or I could be, multiple things you could be. I could be working on my speeches. I'm a great speaker, or that. It's like you have to pick something and you have to lock in and you got to put the borders up, because it's already enough distractions going on. There's already enough battles that is going to test you. Last thing you need is to have an open border, right? Borders are super important. It's what I'm trying to get across to you. It may seem basic, but I hope you have enough in you to really read through and see what I'm saying. Borders are also critical, super critical in relationships, because you know how much you give to a person in a relationship when you start getting in your feelings, you start getting intellectually acquainted, you start wrapping your mind up around that person, you start viewing yourself with them, now you start picturing the life with them. Their influence over you and yours over them is huge. Friendships, relationships, whether that's mother, daughter, son, father, cousin, friends, life partner, those relationships are very influential. Whether you want to say you your own man, you your own woman, whatever have you, those things are important. Bring it back to my upbringing. Jesus himself said that borders are important. How so? In Mark 1:35 through 38, we read how Jesus withdrew to a solitary place to pray, and went out into the mountains. And went out into he always went away from all the people, all the noise, all the distractions. Right? Now, you don't have to believe in Jesus. You don't have to believe he ever existed. That's not what that is about. that's giving you a story, an illustration of how someone, this character was viewed as very influential, giving you the game. Is it wrong to say, hey man, you probably should, like, you know what I'm saying, instead of going out downtown Orlando, going out somewhere downtown Atlanta or downtown Miami or wherever you at, and partying and hanging out where they probably gonna end up shooting or going too far, you probably should stay in the house and write some more songs. You probably should continue to write that business plan. You probably should continue reading and studying, learning and growing, and checking off your list, using that moment to get closer to the goal, right? Like Drake even said, you know, I know a lot of people clowning Drake, you know, right now, but the reality is that man has put a lot of work in over the last decade or so. Just like Chris Brown, just like you know, T-Pain, just like Lil Wayne, they went on them sprees. Okay. You may not like them as a person, and they might outright be, you know, despicable. But what they gave you was a product and a service, and they gave you A1 product and service. So to that, there was times where Drake said, you know, I stayed back at the studio. While the guys went out and party, I'm in the studio. I'm writing. I'm producing. I'm putting together because I know what I'm building towards. I know there'll be a time where the party gonna be my house. I know there's gonna be time where the cookout gonna be at my backyard. You know what I'm saying? I could do it anytime. That's what I'm working towards.